Hi, everybody. Sinead from Vivaris Health here, and I'm really delighted to welcome Ashby Gomez to my podcast today. So you're very welcome, Ashby,
Hello, everyone. Hi. Hi.
and thanks for joining us, Ashby. So maybe you'd like to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Yeah, my name's Ashby Gomez. I live in the southwest of England. Um, I recently have kind of got myself into a life-changing, you know, um, headspace where I've decided that I need to take drastic action of my life and, you know, uh, really do myself a lot better than where I've previously been.
Okay. And when you say drastic action, Ashby, what do you mean by that?
So the biggest thing to note is I used to be morbidly obese. I still struggle with weight at the moment, so I would say is what you would say medically obese. But I used to be morbidly obese, um, and it really affected everything. It affected my physical health and more importantly my mental health.
Mhm.
There was a lot there that I really struggled with. Um, and it tied in with a lot of stuff from my upbringing as well. I had a rather rough upbringing, so
Mhm.
kind of like two combos fighting me at once was really consistently putting me in a bad, and I understood that I had to take control and yeah, not let it happen anymore.
Well, fair play to you. That's a pretty big undertaking, and you're obviously making fantastic progress.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling it, and
Yeah,
um, yeah, I'm a totally different person than I was, a year, 2 years ago. I'm always progressing and doing a lot better, physically, definitely I've lost quite a bit more weight, and massively mentally, I am a hugely different person now. Yeah,
yeah. It's such a great feeling, isn't it?
it's amazing. Yeah, very
Yeah.
refreshing.
And how did you make that um, big change, Ashby? What did you do that that changed things so dramatically for you?
The biggest thing that kind of really the first initial thing that really spurred it off was I remember one day going into a shop because I needed some new trousers,
Hmm.
and I remember looking at all the size of the trousers. And for men out there who are listening, you know what a size 48 trouser is. My waist was a 48, and I couldn't find 48s in any shops anywhere.
Right.
Um, and it was really bothering me. Um, and I decided that I just had to start changing something.
Hmm.
Um, that's when I first started, kind of understanding I needed to take a action.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, but the biggest kind of notice after that, um, kind of process moving forward was me meeting a gentleman who introduced me to the Purify program.
Okay. And tell us about your experience with the Purify program. How did
It
that pan out for you?
it it was incredible.
Yeah.
The only way I can describe doing the Purify is like it is tough for someone who has been so stuck for so long.
Hmm.
Um, but the feeling you get afterwards, the only way I can describe it is you feel like a brand new baby, like you are just reborn.
Really?
Your body feels so clean and so like it just everything functions right, and you don't realize how clogged up and stuck it was
Yeah.
until you've done it. And
Hmm.
mentally, I mean, you just, everything else flutters away after.
Yeah.
You know, mentally you're just so strong from that point, and it really makes you want to continue.
Yes.
Staying in that same headspace, that same physical feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. And so there's five elements to the Purify program. There's the biome shake. And how did you actually? I know people have options in terms of they can choose to take, we'll say, one shake a day and then do two carb-free meals. How did you choose to go with it?
So for me, I continued with literally the kind of print off plan that you get. I followed
Yes.
that to a T.
Okay.
I stuck to, because I was really determined. I was really, really stuck, and I understood I was in a bad way, and I
Yeah.
needed to be tough on myself because it will reward me later on.
Hmm.
So I did. I followed the plan completely. I didn't cheat on any of the meals, nothing. I followed it, stuck to it. I didn't have an issue with any of it. If anything, I actually felt more full while being on the Purify than some days when I wasn't, you know,
Yeah. Because of course it's nutrient dense as well, isn't it?
hugely. Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
massively. Yeah, so many, just compounded food in there. It
Yeah.
just fills you up completely. You get all the nutrition you need.
Yes. So talk us through a typical day, Ashby, when you started the Purify program. What did your breakfast, lunch, and dinner look like? Or how was your daily schedule looking like?
Sure. Actually, I've got it in my notepad here, so I'll be
Yes.
able to tell you. That was really convenient.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I started the morning with so throughout the kind of like the sorry, let me actually find my notes.
Hmm.
There we go. Here we go. So yeah, the breakfast. I literally started the breakfast with, kind of the standard body prime, the Biomactives, Biome Shake, Pro Arginine, and then I'd have a banana as well. Just
Okay.
so I was eating something physical, so I felt like, that the morning was productive. It was just to
Yes.
please my mentality.
Yes.
Mid-morning, I would have Biome DT, and then I
Hmm.
would have a handful of peanuts with 2 tablespoons of salsa and 1 tablespoon of flaxseed.
Hmm.
And I would just kind of like ground that together and
Yes.
just eat it just as like a simple, easy snack.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it's typically pleasing, but actually I really enjoyed it, especially with
Yes.
having the Biome DT. They complemented each other.
Yes.
Lunch for me was a Body Prime, Biome Active, and then I would have 2 scoops of the Biome Shake and just kind of like sit on that as it was.
Yes.
Didn't need to eat anything that kind of, already for me was pretty sustaining.
Yes.
Um, Mid-afternoon, I would then have the Biome DT. I would have kind of uh so 1 cup of broccoli,
Hmm.
1 cup of cauliflower, and then a handful of black olives as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, just so, it kind of got the fiber up, the protein, and some of
Yes.
the like the natural oils and stuff in my body.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, yeah, that was great actually. I found that to be a really nice, easy pick me up. If I felt
Right.
sluggish in the day, that little bit
Yeah.
of eating kind of really picked it up.
Great.
And then for dinner, I would have Body Prime, Biomactives. Um, I would have some kind of like some form of pea protein type, thing, the most organic thing. So I would like go to Holland and Barrett and buy just like really cheap, easy organic pea protein. I would just cook
Okay.
that up.
Yes.
I would have that with 2 cups of broccoli and 56 grams of marrow fat peas and a
Okay.
tablespoon of olive oil as well. That
Okay.
was dinner. That was the big meal of the day.
Yes.
I was stuffed by the end of that. Like I felt so full in a day.
Yes.
Um, and then to top it off in the evening, I would have just one Pro Arginine.
Okay. Very good. Excellent. And I can see how you will be so satisfied with all of that because like in fairness, on top of the um, the nutrients that are in the shake, you were obviously having, lots of your broccoli and your cauliflower as well. So that was excellent. And
Yeah, that was
so,
it. Yeah.
yeah, and it's quite easy to implement, isn't it, Ashby? It's not, there isn't a huge shopping list to be done. And I think the key is to find a couple of items that you really like, a bit like you were saying, your salsa and the flaxseed, and something that's easy that you enjoy. I think that's really important, that there is something, you need to have something that you feel is a bit of a treat.
That's something I really enjoyed about the Purify was you can cater it to yourself so easily.
Yes,
I've been on health plans and diets and stuff before, and they were really restricting and really like crazy specific, or you had to like Slimming World, you have to kind of buy Slimming World stuff to be on it,
yes,
or
yes,
follow like their, kind of strange code. And
yes.
I just didn't agree with it. I liked the idea of just having this is a list of stuff that I can have,
Hmm.
go adventure, make my own meals from it. And I ended up just making kind of snacks more than anything because all the product you take just fills you up anyway.
Yes. And also, I have to say personally, for a very long time, I don't use diet anything. When you mentioned there about Slimming World, or any of those people, those companies, I should say, the low fat options and that, none of that has served. Like, if you look at the statistical evidence on that over the last 30 to 50 years, it has done such damage to people. It's not a good choice at all. So that's that's what one of the things that I do really like about the Purify program. Plus, at the recent Synergy kickoff seminar, like some of the stories, of the people, and how they were able to really turn around serious health issues by doing a gut reset, just goes to show, how important the gut is, and how it has not been, that it hasn't kind of been recognized or really put out there. So I think it's amazing that Synergy have this fantastic protocol.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it really opened my world properly to another end of nutrition. And
Yeah,
I mean, there was so much stuff about the gut that I didn't know and how it affected your body. And
yeah,
it makes sense. It always comes down to that thing that you hear when you're kids, and that's you are what you eat, you
yes,
know. And it's
absolutely.
so true. It's incredibly true.
Yes,
It was just so strange that really is kind of just that simple. It doesn't have to
yeah,
be crazy and flamboyant,
yeah.
but it's becoming more difficult because, more readily available food is also kind of the worst type
Oh,
of
yeah.
food to eat. And
It's
and when you live a kind of like on the go lifestyle, it is so easy and convenient to just grab that thing,
yes,
and
yeah,
it totally destroy your body.
yes,
Um, so sure it's a lifestyle thing, but I mean
yeah.
you feel totally
So
different.
much better. Yeah,
Yeah,
can't beat those elevated energy levels.
exactly. I mean I do so much in a day now. I
Yeah.
average around 20,000 steps every day,
Do
and I go
you?
yeah, and I go to the gym for at least 2 hours every day. I have
Wow.
just so much energy.
Yeah.
And I know it's a credit to kind of the products that I'm on.
Yes.
That's at least triple most of my friends, and they're always asking me, "How are you so energetic?" I say,
Yes.
it's these products," and they're like, "Oh, you're just saying that." I'm like, I say it because it's true, it's fact. Like
Yes.
I do so
Yeah.
much because I am just so full of energy and my nutrition is good. My body just works. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a lovely way of putting it, actually. My body just works
Yeah.
because unfortunately, so many people's bodies are not working these days. And, when you go and look in the supermarket, what's, for sale, so much of it is totally processed food. And there's actually nothing living in it, really. And if you think about if everything you're putting into your body is totally dead, then it's very hard for your body to function, you know.
One of the things I've seen a lot more recently as well is about how, kind of this commercial food industry has really
Mm,
changed and how we have modified even our fruit and veg so drastically.
yeah,
It's the whole thing of, uh, it's, kind of the whole quantity over quality. We've
yes,
really smashed that, like, um,
yeah,
it's a shame, you look
yes,
at, those pictures on Google and stuff of what bananas look like
yes,
naturally, what carrots look like naturally, and
yes,
it's totally different, and
yes,
the stuff you get from them is totally different too.
totally. And I have to say that's one of the things that I love about Synergy Worldwide is, that the quality of the ingredients and they're non-GMO. They test to parts per trillion. Imagine parts per trillion. So what that looks like from a practical perspective is they're looking for one drop in the equivalent of, I think, 21 Olympic sized pools. So that's a very high standard, and it's something that gives me great solace, knowing that like this is definitely the best nutrition that somebody could be putting into their body.
It's absolutely amazing, and one of the things I learned more about, when I kind of was looking up a lot about the products and stuff is the word whole food. I kept
Yes,
seeing whole food and I was like, what is whole food?
yes,
And it's exactly what we're talking about. It's food that is produced from its supernatural state,
yeah,
so it gives you properly everything you need. And it made me think,
yes,
why do we not have whole food in supermarkets? We just don't,
yeah,
but now
no,
we have an even better alternative.
source, exactly.
Yeah.
And tell me, Ashby, what are your favorites? Like, okay, obviously the Purify program has, pretty much changed your life and your world. But what other synergy products do you like?
Ooh, great question. Um, so one of the things I forgot to mention was
Yes,
one of the reasons why I also became really big was because I had a shoulder injury. I tore
okay,
my middle deltoid in my shoulder.
okay.
So for a really long time, I couldn't lift much weight. I couldn't really lift like 5 kilograms past
Wow,
my
yeah,
waist.
yeah,
Um, and when I was referred to doctor and a physiotherapist, they told me
mm-hmm,
that I would just have to do physio, and it
mm-hmm,
might take a year to
okay,
for it to slowly rebuild.
yeah,
And it always struck weird with me, and I thought, oh, that can't be right. Um, and when I went on the Purify,
mm-hmm,
it purely just down to Pro-Arginine. That for me
yes,
is my beloved product, because that is the reason why my shoulder fixed. So I was stuck with this gammy shoulder for,
yes,
I don't know, it must have been a year.
yes.
And then I started taking Pro-Arginine and it fixed it in 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Pro-Arginine only? Well, plus obviously
Yeah, obviously
everything
I
else.
did the Purify, yeah. But then
Yes,
after the Purify, 2 months after that. So I would say about 3 months of taking Pro-Arginine um twice a day,
sorted.
it fixed my shoulder and I was able to lift my arm all the way up above. Look, I can do it now. Lift my arm
Yes,
all the way up, and
wow.
I can lift weight now. And it helped me really get back into the gym,
Yes,
which is great because it was a passion for me, but
yeah,
it stopped me,
yeah.
because
Wow.
so
That's
my
amazing.
recovery has just been amazing. So Pro-Arginine is my number one.
Yes,
It's absolutely amazing.
yes.
Um, there's
And
so
just
many things about
just to
it.
clarify for the viewers what proarginine, so L-arginine is an amino acid, and the Synergy Proarginine Plus is the best L-arginine product in the world. And
Yeah,
that's on their website. Synergy is a very modest company. It's a very conservative company. They don't go around, you know, shouting from the rooftops that we're the best, but they do make that claim on their website, which says something. So it's the best L-arginine. And what it does really is that it gets the blood flowing properly through the body. Isn't that fair to say, Ashby?
yeah.
And
I
so,
always say it just gives you a healthy heart, you
yeah,
know, because you
yeah,
feel it. Me being a bigger gentleman, um, one of the things I didn't realize was how much my heart was struggling. Oh my God, it
right.
was struggling so much. And then when I take Proarginine, I can happily now go through my whole day, la la la, or really push and have an intense workout and feel my heart going. But
Yes,
I remember when I didn't take it and I would walk uphill and I would feel it beating, beating. I don't have
really.
that anymore.
Okay,
You know,
yeah,
it just,
yeah,
oh, yeah, I don't feel it beat anymore. It's just so, it just feels like it's just natural. It just does the thing that it's supposed to do. It's weird.
yes. Without being under pressure, I suppose, Ashby, that's the thing. That's what the proarginine does, because when the blood is flowing through the body, if there's a blockage, like there would have been in your shoulder where that tear was, so proarginine will actually go to the area and it will prioritize what area in the body needs help first.
That's
And
amazing.
so slowly, if there are a couple of issues, it will deal with them. It's truly an amazing product. I love it myself as well. Yeah. And have you any other favorite product?
Yes, the next product I would say is the Pro 360 Performance Greens.
Yeah,
That is my next thing. Alongside Pro Arginine, I take it every day.
yeah,
Um, it just, it really rounds off my nutrition. I
hmm,
normally have it around midday
yeah,
because you know, it stops me from being hungry. I don't have to worry
hmm,
about like having to have a meal and stuff. It stops me from being hungry. Um, and I knew that all my base levels of nutrition are covered every day.
yes,
So
yeah,
I know I can really focus on what I need to do in a day, smash out doing work, or if I'm being, really active and I'm out and about in a day, I can just do it. It's easy to
yes,
take with me because it's just a little bit of powder. Just got to throw
yes,
it in a shaker bottle and done. It's
yes.
just so easy. So,
And it
yeah.
is so pleasant tasting, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've tried a few different green drinks before,
hmm,
and it's there's no comparison. It tastes amazing. I really
yes,
like it.
yeah,
Um, the, for the taste, I mean, the best way I describe it to myself is
yes,
it's like a lemony green tea. It's lovely. Yeah,
yes,
I
it
I
is.
absolutely love it.
Yeah, it is. And it is absolutely so good for you. And I know that certainly in the UK, there has been a phenomenal response to it, to that and the beets.
Yeah, the beets is also fantastic. I mean that obviously promotes a really healthy heart for you as well.
Yeah,
Um, but the taste of the beets is, oh my God, that's something else. Yeah, that's like drinking Skittles. It's really nice.
yeah. I'm sure that lots of people will be intrigued to try it when they hear that, drinking Skittles.
It's the best way to describe it. It is so nice. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yeah.
really nice.
Brilliant. And so to round off, Ashby, what would you say to anybody, and you're a very young person, who might be interested in getting involved in Synergy? What would your advice be,
Um, don't leave it to
or
chance.
mhm,
Totally don't leave it to chance. I did spend a little bit of time before I got involved with Synergy. I spent a little bit of time kind of umming and ahhing about it because fear fear really grabbed a hold of me. But when I realized that fear is the thing that stops you from growing and, becoming
Yes.
better in life and stuff,
Yeah.
um, I just went head first. So the best thing I could say is just, don't leave it to chance. Really get involved, get yourself in, because the sooner you do, sooner you start feeling better, you start growing.
Yeah.
You, it will change your life
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
Um, and we have an amazing support network. It's fantastic. I mean, I'm here in the southwest of England. You're all the way
Yes.
over in Ireland, and we can
Yes.
connect on the
Yes.
same matters that we're so passionate about. And
Yes.
that's fantastic. So, yeah.
And I will say there is a great community and a great sense of camaraderie and people being there to support each other, which is wonderful. And
Mhm.
that we can all, help each other out, leverage the expertise and that. Yeah, it is. It's
That's
great.
it. And I love to help people. That's why I got into this. It's all about
Yeah.
helping people for me. And that
Okay.
includes within Synergy as well. People, I
Yeah.
call it my Synergy family, so
Okay. Yes.
if people are considering joining Synergy, please feel free to contact me as well because I would love
Yes.
to hear from you no matter who you are. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, if you join Synergy, you're part of my family. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So listen, Ashby, thank you so much for sharing your experience and giving me some of your time today. I really appreciate it. And I have to say, full respect for what you have achieved. So well done on that. And I'm sure your story will inspire lots of people. So thank you.
no, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate, the opportunity to be here and to kind of share my message because that's
Yeah.
what I want to do. I want
Yes.
to help as many people as I can.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome.